Hello friends, my name is Dr. Huma Hassan and now I'm continuing the series on biological evolution. So guys, we need to know that when we are referring to biological evolution, we are referring to interplay of biology and culture. And this is what human evolution needs to be comprehend. Okay, so when we are understanding about human evolution, as I said, there are two important aspects, bio and cultural. Okay, so these two important parts help us to know holistic development of human being. So you can see how you people are going to write the point which I have just told all of you. When we are referring to human evolution, as I said, bio and social part, you can write in this manner. Okay, includes two interdependent yet separable process. Okay, two interdependent yet separable process, that is biological and cultural evolution. So it means that they both bio and social are interdependent, but they both are very refined or separate process. So when we are referring to biological evolution, we can have different, you can say, branches. We are dependent on natural sciences subjects to understand biological evolution. Okay, biological theories are there, genetics are there. There are not many other concepts. Geology is there. So we are definitely dependent on different branches to understand biological evolution. So as we are dependent on social cultural part. So they both are distinct process, but they both are dependent to each other. So that one statement we can write in that manner. Now, how you would say this? You need to provide facts. Okay? So you can say this according to current evidence. So जो current evidence है, the first humans, namely Australopithecines, appeared 4 million to 1 million years ago. Now, when you people are going to refer to 1.6 fossil evidences, you would see that how Australopithecines is considered as a species which has more evolved derivative characteristics of human beings. But it doesn't mean that Australopithecines didn't have apes-like characters. So it did have apes-like characters as well. Okay, so Australopithecines appeared 4 million to 1 million years ago. Now, so initial, at the earliest phase, when we have discovered Australopithecines, it was more like apes and then it had some characteristics of humans as well. So it is obvious that at that point of time, culture had no, okay, so what you will write here, let me just show you, just a moment. So what you need to say that at that period of time, culture has no influences, okay, or little influences. So that is the one important part, because culture did not just come in one go. Okay, so here I was just telling you how you people have to write your notes. So it is obvious that culture had little or no influence on the lives of the Australopithecines. In the beginning of Australopithecines, they lived like animals in their environment. As I said, that in the beginning, they did have ape-like characteristics and also humans. But there is less controversy with respect to that Australopithecines are considered as the common link between humans and apes. So that is the one part. So the very evolutionary pressures which constrained and directed the other organisms also influenced the human evolution. Human evolution was no different from that of other organisms. Okay, so ये एक important factors है जब भी आप biological evolution को समझते हैं, पढ़ते हैं, right? So पहले हम biological का समझ रहे हैं, right? अब यहाँ पे क्या किया कि Australopithecines began to develop a dependence on culture for survival. So culture की जो शुरुआत हुई वो कहीं ना कहीं Australopithecines को अगर हम देखेंगे, उनके derived characteristics को देखेंगे, वो धीरे धीरे bipedal बने. What does it mean? Bipedal means that you are now walking on your two legs, but that is actually not exactly like modern humans. Okay, so when you people are understanding that how culture must have evolved, so it evolved from Australopithecines lineages, right? So you would say that Homo habilis, which considered as intelligent men, tool makers. So once we have developed, or you can say once we have got more characteristics biologically like humans, from there only we initiated the process of dependence or our survival, the way Australopithecines had done on culture. So culture is actually social survival instinct for humans to adapt and survive. So this is what you will see. An inner dimension was added to other biological evolution. So in the process of biological evolution, okay, so it is like biologically we are evolving, right? Australopithecines begin to develop a dependence on culture for survival. Now this is added to your biological adaptation. Now, there was a definite relationship between biology and culture. You need to support it with thinker's part. You can say Shelwood and Washburn term biological feedback. So, in this context, biology influenced culture and culture influenced biology. This is the most important line which you people have to write it up. Okay. Today, I have just brought this PPT so that you people can write important points. So, in this context, biology influenced culture and culture influenced biology. So the interplay of culture, change, and biological change could account why humans became so different from others. So cultural change and biological changes could account that why we become so different from other species. So this is the first part where I'm reflecting how biocultural aspect is the most important part for us to understand correct in a correct manner about biological evolution. Okay, so biologically we are evolving. Definitely the kind of physical changes which you would see biologically among humans, it is not only dependent on their biological changes or in the physical changes. So those physical changes are basically resultant of cultural changes. So when we got dependent on tools for hunting and gathering, so how it actually reflected on our chewing pattern. So your mandula, your this portion of your jaws, it started having less large tooth. Now it is reducing. You don't have canines anymore. Now your diet is changing. So when your diet is changing, definitely your digestive system will also change. And then how we all have got physical changes which actually are resultant of cultural changes. So in this way, both biology and sociology, it both are very closely related to each other. So here, biological evolution requires biosocial characteristics. Okay, I hope you people are getting what I am trying to explain. In next lecture in the series of biological evolution, I would be referring more on biocultural aspect. Thank you.